I guess I'm live. Hey, it's me, Valerie Wallace from Valerie Wallace Fine Arts, and I'm here in my basement studio in Orono, Maine, 04473, and it's October 16th, and today we're going to get started on making a papier-mâché monster head piñata, okay? The deal with it being a piñata is that ultimately we need it to be really strong, and we need to have it have this built-in cage so that when you hit it, it doesn't go flying off the string or just break too easy, because that's no fun. Okay? I'm going to use a balloon. This is going to be kind of head shaped. It's kind of big, blew it up bigger than I think I need to. If you don't have a balloon, you can use like a cereal box or something. This will work fine. Today's practice won't be all that important, but you know, when it comes time, we'll put the face on there and that'll work out really good. Okay. The first thing I'm going to do, I'll probably have lots of stuff to tell you, but I don't want to waste time. The first thing you want to do is get your papier-mâché stuff going. And this is, you know, a bag of flour. That's all you need. And I would have, if I had, you know, if I wasn't health conscious and I liked whole wheat flour, cheap white flour is the best because it's really smooth. This is kind of chunky, but it'll be fine. I've got a container with a top. That's helpful. If you don't, if you have a bowl, that's all right. I'm not much for measuring. I would say, let's see, you know, cover the bottom. Cup, 2 cups, I don't know, whatever. You're gonna reuse it if you make too much. Better to make too much than not enough because it takes a little bit to get it softened up. Okay, then I'm gonna put some water in there, all right? I'm not gonna use the whole cup. I used about half of this so far, and I have a, oh, there it is. I have a stirring stick, which in my case is an old ruler. And I'm going to stir this up. And I also used hot water because, you know, then it's nice and warm. So it's too thick right now, right? Okay, so put a little more water in. If you put too much water in, then you just put more flour in. It's no big deal, okay? And I'm going to keep stirring it until it's about like creamy soup, okay? Not so thick that it's chunky, but not too runny, okay? So I'll let that go. And if you gave it a like, I don't know, 2 more minutes of stirring, then you'd probably be all set. I have another one already mixed up, so I'm going to pull that over here. All right. And that looks, can you see it? All right. I'm right-handed. I'm gonna put my stuff on the right side. One of the other things that you need are strips of paper, okay? This is newspaper. Newspaper is great in the beginning because it's thick and sturdy, and that'll be great to put the first coat on your piñata because it'll have a little bit more strength. When I get going and I want to do the shaping, like the eyes and things like that, this kind of paper is like really a little bit too stiff, okay? And in that case, if you happen to, we don't need this today. This won't be for till later next week. If you have an old phone book, that's the way to go, okay? And these, because they are a little softer and they'll bend around things a little bit more carefully, okay? All right, so I've got this stirred up. I have my balloon. I have a string on my balloon because there's going to be times when you're going to want to hang it up to dry, okay? I also have a, like, you know, spinach container or something from the store, or, you know, probably, I'd say it was cream horns because I can't resist cream horns, but they don't come like this. But like a muffin thing or whatever. What's good about this is that when we start on this, to put the papier-mâché on this balloon, is it's going to roll all over the place. And it's going to be because of the weight and also just, I think, static and stuff. So if you have something with a little more to it, that'll be better. If not, have at least a plate, okay? You know, a plate like this or something, because it's going to go everywhere. All right? You want to cover your table with something waterproof if possible. And I know you can't see, but I have a cloth on the floor. It will come up, but it takes some water. Cover your clothes up too. Again, if you get it all over your shoes, soak them and brush it off before you let it dry. Okay, because this stuff is sturdy. Like they put it in Egyptian tombs, and it lasts like thousands of years. Okay, water and flour. We got that ready to go. We got this. Okay, I think we're good to go. What you want to do is get the stick out of here. Let me see, am I doing this? Yes, I think so. Okay, so what I'm going to do is take a few of these. And when you're doing this first coat, big long pieces are good. Not much thicker than this, but not thinner, okay? And what I do is I put, these are really thick pieces of paper. The weekly has become very thick. I don't know what that's all about, but this might even be a little bit thick, okay? It's a little thick. I'm going to put a little more. Okay, not too, it doesn't need to be too thick, especially with these thick pieces of paper. So I put a bunch of them in there. Do not drop a bundle like this in there, because what happens is they all get stuck together and then you can't get them apart. You know, you're like picking at it. It's very hard. Okay, all right, this is what you do. Take your first piece. You pull it up like this. Try to keep it over the dish and slide off some stuff, okay? Take it, can you see this? Yeah, I'll show you. Put it kind of right in the middle, all right? Kind of like that. Smooth it out. Turn it a little bit. Probably, it's going to take 3. Put another one in the middle like that. What this will do, if you have a flat plate, is it'll help it to not roll around quite so much, because it will kind of make it have an even weight around the middle of it. Okay, so it looks kind of like this. All right? All right. So then what I do, I find we want to just, if you do it a little bit methodically on how you put the pieces of paper on there, it'll be quicker and you'll feel like you were more efficient. Okay? So I'm going to take the next one, and I'm going to overlap it just a little bit like this. Can you see that? All right, so I took it. Here's that one. All right, I could do it here too and stuff. I just overlap it about 1/2 inch like that. Okay? All right. And then, I think I have some more in here. It's so thick. Okay. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to put a piece there. And there. Okay, I'm just keep overlapping it all right in one long line. That might not be as fun for those of you that are not into like symmetry, like me, but you'll be done faster because you'll know that you've covered everything. Okay, so you keep going like this, and this is great. Like I've got that little dish, so I can plant it right in there. When I get a few more, when I get enough of those on there, I'll put some more in. So what's going to happen with this? Today we're just going to put a coat of the newspaper on there, okay? Probably, I think Sunday, we'll come back to it, and I'm going to show you how to make this cage so that when you hit it, it doesn't, like I said, it doesn't just come out of off the string and go flying across the yard, because that's no fun. Okay, so then now that I've got it like this, I guess I can do this end. I'm just going to keep going in this direction. If you don't want to make it as a piñata to break, you know, you could probably skip the second step, okay? After that, we'll do probably two times more sculpting the features on, okay? If you want it really super strong, if in between you want to put a coat or 2 on there, I mean, I bet on this one there's probably 3 or 4, okay? I would suggest it. Okay, so see how I'm going just kind of like this? Then I can plan it right up here. And then, what else? I don't know. This is another papier-mâché thing that I've done. I've been doing papier-mâché. I guess I started doing it for my daughter's birthday when they turned 6, 5, 6, something like that. Because they wanted a piñata, but you know how the ones that are at the store, they're too flimsy, so there's no fun. You have 2 kids hit it, and then they didn't all get a chance. When we make a piñata like this, even the big kids get to hit it, like a few times, okay? Because that's fun. And it would be something that, you know, even make this, and even though you can't have a big party or whatever, you can do it with your family. All right. Yeah. So I started making them. They're 27 now, so 20 years ago, and I have 4 kids, and they pretty much all got a piñata. So you do the math. But 2 of them are twins, so I only had to make 1. Okay. But you can add that up. They don't get, well, actually I would say that I don't do it anymore, but when one of them graduated from grad school, she had a piñata with some adult prizes. Still fun, it's always fun. All right, so this is what happens. Keep going like that, right? Go right around the top, and you're only gonna wind up with a little bit of space left on the side. So if, like I started this one earlier, I guess I'm almost in the same place, but if I, finish this side, then I can turn it on its side, and if I do the same thing going around the other way, it's gonna be almost all covered with 2 coats of paper already, okay? So that's really it to get started, I think, right? Next time, like I said, what you're going to want to do after you coat it, put it in your little, put it in your little container, right? And, leave it here to dry. It's going to all drip down into the container. If every now and then you want to move it a little bit, you should be, if you do paper mache and you don't have something sturdy like a balloon that's going to hold its shape, sometimes you need to prop things up. Like if you had an attachment that was coming out, I'm trying to think of something like maybe a plane or a bird or something, you would want to prop those wings up so that they will dry straight out, not they'll flop because of the weight of it. Okay, so keep that in mind. You just, find some plastic cups or whatever and prop it up. It's raining here. It's going to rain tomorrow. That's not good for paper mache. It won't dry as well. I'm probably going to have my wood stove going. That's perfect because it'll dry it right up in like an hour. If you get a sunny day, put it outside. Although I did one time have a squirrel eat it all. It was gross. But what we need is for it to dry. I think I'll be okay by Sunday, so I think I'll meet you here again at 11 on Sunday. If you can't watch the show, they're on YouTube at Valerie Wallace Fine Arts. I think it's his drawing playlist or whatever, but you'll find them, okay? Or if not, send me a link and ask me, and I'll hook you right up. And next time when you meet, have either some twine or some wire. Actually, this is a little bit thicker wire would probably be all right. Wire's a little easier because I'm going to have to tie, so I'm going to probably do it with wire, okay? But if you don't have that, use this, okay? All right. If you have any questions or anything, just send me a message, and Nathan and I'll be back here. No, I guess maybe you won't be here on Sunday. Okay, thank you.